Alright guys, so I'm gonna keep it really honest here. The Kaijon Sen is mostly gonna be respected on GBP JPY, NAS 100, German 30, US 30, and then sometimes as well these pairs over here, GBP USD, GBP odd, and then USD JPY. But GBP JPY is gonna be the best always, okay? If you can master GBP JPY by itself, you can be a god, literally, okay? So, let's go ahead and talk about how we're gonna use it and, situations where it's not valid, okay? Let's see. Right here we had a resistance, right? This could have been easily a resistance if price would have created a wick in this area. We would have had a resistance, okay? Okay, we had price build up here. When price broke above very strongly, we knew that we were bullish. We knew that we would most likely come in at the top of this channel. Okay, we still have resistances to hit, stuff like that, stuff of that nature. So when we closed very bullish like this with this giant engulfing candle above a resistance, we knew we were floating to the upside. Okay, how did we get this entry, and how do we, how do we successfully take this trade? So if we go and put this in replay mode, okay, and go to our 15, okay, it's very simple. Very, very simple. When price closed bullish on the H4, all we had to do was go to our M15 and find a proper crossover, a proper setup, a proper area where price was breaking. Not only, obviously, we had to break above that resistance, right, on the smaller time frames, which we did here on this close. Okay, now we've broken above on the H4 and the M15. We've seen now that price is closed above this resistance on both time frames. How are we going to take our entry? Well, guess what? Look at our moving averages. We're trading above all of them. We have crossed over. So what this Kaijon Sen is going to do with our moving averages potentially almost every time, it's going to do this. Okay, let me find my little tool. Okay, as price comes in this area, if we can get these indicators, this Kaijon Sen, the 50 and the 8 moving average to come below and grab these to make a push up, we have a very strong chance of momentum taking us to the upside, okay? Obviously, we have to use our higher time frames in confluence always, right? We always use price action on the higher time frames, the H4 specifically, okay? We saw the H4 was very bullish, correct? H4, very bullish, very bullish. 15, look at our moving averages crossing to that downside and now pulling our trade to the upside, okay? Price will most likely continue up, and it will follow with the Kaijon Sen. Once price breaks below this Kaijon Sen, we can get out, okay? So we're still trading the same way as before. We're breaking above this resistance, right, on the smaller time frame. We can target, former resistances if there is any. If not, we can target things like the top of this channel, stuff like that. But all we're really looking at is this crossover and this pull/push down from all of our moving averages, because this is a lot of momentum. It's pushing up. It's showing that momentum to the upside, okay? Why didn't we take the trade here when it broke above all of these as well and it started to push up? Why didn't we take this trade? Because if you look at the H4, that would have been down here while we're still at this resistance level. So that's why we need that confluence, okay? So if we go to our 15, we take this buy position, we have our stops below that resistance, and we let it play out, okay? Good risk to reward management here. And Kaijon Sen is pushing, and boom, take profit was smashed, okay? One thing I will say with this technique, with the way we're trading here, the 50 moving average is very important as always, but if your 50 moving average is not in confluence with all of these, it's okay. You don't need to stress it, because sometimes it is going to take a while for your 50 moving average to get touched again. For example, let's say, and this is actually another good example really quick I want to show you as well. Okay. Price closed very bullish above all of our moving averages, right? Look at our moving averages. They're coming down. Oops. They're coming down. And boom, they're swooping, and now they're taking us to the upside. That simple. It really is that simple, okay? Why did we take this buy position? You have to look at all time frames, though. You can't just take that buy just because it looks good. What do we see on this time frame here? Unfortunately, with rewind mode, it's kind of giving away what's about to happen. This has not already happened. We would be down here, okay? We're still down here. So you see we respected this support. Watch, I'll make it easier for you guys. Just so nobody gets confused, okay? Boom. Look at this support. We created a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful support closing above our Kaizen Sen, trading above our moving averages as well. Okay, remember the 8 is not as powerful, so if you're below it, it is okay. Okay. Closed very, very bullish here. Support made, fat rejection to the downside. This is a very bullish trade. Now all we did, we went to our 15, okay? And we could have actually taken our entry here as well. Could have took that long position there, okay? Because we just created that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful support. So we could take our long position here because we closed above both of these, and these are now coming down to swoop us to the upside, okay, with momentum. This is just momentum trading. Now watch what would have happened. Boom. Take profit smashed, right? Take profit was smashed, and it was as simple as that. Okay, so let's go look for a couple more examples to show you. Beautiful, beautiful resistance made. Beautiful resistance made, okay? Once we saw this resistance was made, guess what we do? This simple. We go to our 15, and we wait for a setup. Resistance was just made. Now what can we do? Wait for price to close below, and boom. Look at that. Look how easy this is, guys. Look how beautiful this is. Kaizen Sen plus our other moving averages are coming up. Now look, they're coming above, they're coming down, they're gripping down, and now boom. They're going to force us to the downside. Picture it as like a bird coming up, swooping down, or coming down, swooping you up and pulling you to the upside. It's just momentum. We're following momentum. And guess what else is helping us right here? Check this out. Look at all this support that's right here that everybody else is seeing. Everyone is seeing this support. We're looking at the bigger picture. We're looking at the higher time frames with momentum, while everyone else is like, oh my God, we have a support. We have a support. Well, unfortunately, the banks are most likely going to close, and not close, but they're going to take you out either way. So now we have extra momentum on our side. Okay? Remember, I always say, obvious supports, obvious resistances. Well, now they can come into play. We took a sell position here. Went to our H4 to target our take profit, and guess what we targeted? Okay? Very simply, we targeted that resistance zone that we had from the past. We can even pull that through even more. That's all we targeted. Wait for that momentum to pull us down. Nice little one-to-one. Guess what happened? Well, for one, we had a Fibonacci short position to play, come in with that crossover as well. We could have took another entry right here if we really wanted to. But either way, take profit was smashed, guys. Momentum carried us down, respected our moving averages all the way through, and boom, take profit smashed. I know you guys are thinking this is way too easy. There's no way, guys. Come on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now. I'm gonna show you guys real examples. This is really how it works. You just have to be consistent and understand sometimes you might get a shitty entry because it did break above and it wanted to come back down for a little bit and then break above again. All you're gonna do is re-enter on that entry again. You're gonna lose sometimes. You have to lose in Forex. That's normal. But let me tell you something. And by the way, let's get this out of the way. I'll show you something. Okay. It's normal. You're going to lose, but you're going to win way more than you lose using this strategy. This strategy right here is disgusting. Okay? Look at this resistance we have on the H4. Resistance, right? Look at this candle. Okay? Look at this candle. Beautiful, beautiful, engulfing, large candle. Whoa. Right? Guess what we had to do once we saw this candle break above this resistance? Guess what we did? Did we enter here? No. We didn't enter here. Just in case there's a retracement, we don't want to enter there. Instead, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it's done that multiple times now. Instead, we look at our smaller time frame, and we see that we've broken above all of our moving averages while breaking above this resistance. We can have our stops below our Kaizen Sen. We can enter here, right? It's a nice little 1 to 2 about. So we enter here, because look at our moving averages. What do? They've already sweeped them. They've already sweeped our trade. They already sweeped our candles. Look at this. And now look. Boom. Now they're going to come to the upside. It's all about momentum. So it works on the 5 minute as well, but the 15 is that gold zone. It's that gold time frame when it comes to this. Respected so much. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Beautiful, beautiful momentum to the upside taking place. Most likely this is just going to sweep it up, and we know that. We're going to target top of our channel. We're gonna target whatever we can target. We're gonna target. If there's nothing to target, it does happen. You guys always ask us if there's nothing to target, then we can either just let it play out until it comes back and hits our Kaizen Sen or breaks below it, or we simply just do a 1-to-1 ratio using our stop area, and we just kind of do a 1-to-1. Okay, most likely never gonna lose if you do that. But let's see how this plays out. 1-to-1 already occurred, but we also broke below, so we could have got out there if we wanted to. But take profit did get smashed, and you know, let's say you're waiting for it to get broken below again. You would have ended up getting out on this candle right here on this close. If you do want to use the Kaizen Sen way and just kind of wait for it to break below, you can do that as well. Okay, so more examples. Turn replay mode off, please. Okay, see what we can find. Right here, resistance was respected again, as you can see. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, 3 times. So all we did, guys, and I mean this, all we did was go to our 15 and wait for a perfect entry. Once price breaks below all of these moving averages and these come swooping from the top, we're taking our trade. Okay? So, as you can see, support's made here, so we want to wait. And boom. Guess what? What do we have? Support being broken. Okay? Support being broken. Moving averages just swept them. Look at this sweep right here. This is a very clean sweep. Look at this sweep. Look at that. Look how it's coming down, squeezing down, and now boom. That's what we're going to see. That's what we were suspecting. That's what we're expecting to see. Look at that. Look at this momentum to the downside we have. Look at that. That's just beautiful. This is actually absolutely beautiful. And we followed our Kaizen Sen down. Look at that though. 1, 2, 3. Come on guys, take profit smashed. Look at the way it just grabbed it and pushed it down. It really is that easy. We're using price action on the H4. We're waiting for that momentum swing on the 15. We're in, we're out, we're done. We wait for it to happen again. It's that simple, guys. It really is that easy.